Good afternoon, this is Idrissa So. The course name is Software Testing and Verification Tool. Today we're going to present about Selenium, which is a software testing verification tool. We're going to first present the history about the creation of that tool, and we're going to talk about the different framework, and we're going to talk about advantage for developers to use Selenium and disadvantage for developers to use it. So the history of Selenium. Software defect can be costly to companies and provide a bad experience to potential users. Therefore, software testing plays a big role in software development lifecycle to ensure that the product works as intended. In fact, Selenium was created by Jason Huggins in 2004. From his research, which uncovered the inefficiency of the repeated manual testing of the application by creating a JavaScript test runner. That was a program that he created back in 2004 so that can replace a manual testing which was too repetitive, and it was a time consuming action by developers. Okay, so by creating that program, JavaScript test runner, he made sure that that will replace and that will mimic user behaviors with a web page, such as clicking links, completing forms, submitting data. It offers a foundation for testing online application. Now there is 4 different parts on Selenium. Those parts can be also called framework. Selenium is composed by those 4. The first one is Selenium Remote Control. Second one is Selenium Grid. The third one is Selenium IDE. And the last one is Selenium WebDriver. Selenium works with multiple web browsers, including Google, Chrome, Mozilla, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge, and it supports a number of programming languages, including Python, Java, C#, and Ruby. Additionally, Selenium allows testing on other operating systems, including Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Each Selenium framework plays a particular role on testing. So Selenium Remote Control is a testing framework that enables developers to write test cases in all programming languages to automate the user interface test for the application. The browser add-on Selenium IDE enables programmers to capture and replay users' interaction with a website. It offers a user-friendly interface for developing and running automated tests. For Selenium WebDriver, that is a programming interface that offers several ways to program and control web browser. It enables programmers to replicate user interaction with a web page by writing scripts in their choice computer language. Now, there is also Selenium Grid. That last one is a distributed testing framework that enables programmers to execute tests concurrently across numerous working stations. The ability to simultaneously test web applications across many platforms and browsers allows for a significant reduction in testing time and increase in test coverage. Now, there is several advantages of using Selenium. We have even seen some of them by each framework or each tool that we use, but we were able to uh, select some advantages of using Selenium. The first one is the cross-browser compatibility. Selenium cross-browser compatibility is one of its key benefits It supports a variety of online browsers, including Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge, enabling testing to confirm that their web application work across several browsers. Selenium supports a variety of programming languages, including Python, Java, C Sharp, Ruby, and others. Developers are now able to choose the choice of programming language to create automated tests. Another one advantage is open source. Selenium is a free and open source technology that can be used because of that, it is available to developers and businesses of all sizes, irrespective of their budget. There are another advantages of using Selenium, such as Selenium is externally adaptable and may be used for a variety of testing scenarios. Functional testing, regression testing, and even load testing may all be done using it. Selenium is a simple to use with a graphical user interface that makes it simple for testers to build, manage, and execute automated tests. Community support. Selenium has a sizable and vibrant development community that frequently makes improvement to the program. This, this implies that developers may find a ton of information online used to help them to make that tool efficient. Now that we talk about some advantages, there are some disadvantages of using Selenium. Some of them are the limited support for non-web browsers, web applications. Selenium was created specifically to test web application and is inefficient when used to test non-web application like desktop or mobile app. Also, there is a setup takes time. Selenium setup takes some time, especially for new users who are unfamiliar with the program. It can be difficult to set up Selenium to work with many systems and browsers. Selenium test maintenance requirement might increase over time. That's another issue, particularly if the application being tested is updated often. It can take sometimes an effort to maintain test script, and also that can be another bargain for the users. Another disadvantages of using Selenium are test execution speed. Whenever you try to compare to other testing tools, Selenium tests can be sluggish to run. For more complex applications with numerous test cases, this can be a problem. Another disadvantages can be the lack of build and reporting. Selenium lacks building reporting options, which can make managing and tracking test results challenging. To create test reports, developers must utilize the third plugin to tools. Now, those were some of the advantages that we were able to figure out while trying to use the Selenium. And these are just like a screenshot to show basically how Selenium test is used, because we usually do that through browsers of different web applications in order to show our different tests in order to be able to test the product. And this is mainly how the Selenium IDE will present on the interface, and we'll be able to show different results. We will be able to see how our test progress, if the product is working well, or if there is still some defect or some errors that we need to work on in order to make sure the project will be working. That's another screenshot while we were trying to do some tests to show how Selenium works. Now, in conclusion, what can we say? In conclusion, Selenium is a powerful software testing tool that gives programmers the ability to automate web browser and stimulate user interaction with websites. It provides a flexible and dependable framework for testing web applications and supports a wide range of programming languages, browser, and platform by using Selenium. Developers can make sure that their web apps are dependable, solid, and error-free. Personally, I believe Selenium was a great tool for those reasons. As we can see, it was the first goal for creating Selenium was to make sure that we don't take so much time to test those products. Also, it was to make sure that we replace manual testing, and also it works with several browsers and several programming languages. So I believe this is the first step for any new developer or any new engineers that wants to test the web browser. That's the first product that I will um, suggest, because from there they can try to use some more complex testing tools in order to achieve um, the goal of testing. Now, this was basically what we needed to present. We wanted to present Selenium, which I believe personally was the best first tool for software testing that should be presenting to anybody that want to test a web browser or an application. Now, our references, we have used several references in order to be able to come up with all this presentation, and we were able to go to the official Selenium website, which is www.selenium.dev. We were able to go to some different programming. I use more Python because that's what I'm more familiar to. I'm a bit familiar with Java as well, but since Python is right now the most programming language used, so we were able to use that documentation as well. I use YouTube a lot in order to view different videos about um, Selenium tutorial for beginners, also different tutorials on YouTube about Selenium using Python to be able to understand um, the tool and to be able to present on that tool. So I know the research can be more, and I'm probably gonna have to do that on my other research, on my other classes. I'm gonna try to extend my learning on Selenium, because for me, I think is the best introductory uh, tool, testing tool that can be introduced to students, that can be introduced to new developers, new programmers, that can be also used by different companies such as startup and companies with low budget, because they can use Selenium to do their testing, since it's a free open source testing tool. So basically, these are the references that I kept. Those are all the references that I went to in order to uncover all the advantages, the disadvantages, and how that Selenium works. I hope you guys love my presentation. I hope we all learned something about Selenium, and I wish to continue on my learning path to know more about software testing. So thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.